Good morning, good morning, good morning. As you can obviously tell, I'm here in Jamaica, and I feel like this is just a yearly thing where every Christmas I come back to Jamaica and spend some quality time with my friends and family. But for this experience, I'm choosing to share with you guys a little bit into my life, how it is to live in Jamaica for a little bit or as a tourist. And for this morning, I'm actually at a resort which is called Moon Place. This is the last day that I'm here with my family, and just look at the view that I get to wake up to in the morning. Isn't this amazing? As the title of the video suggests, I've lost my iPhone 16 Pro Max, and I'll show you guys how I came to losing my phone, which is a little bit painful, but I've chosen not to allow this experience to steer me away from having a great quality family vacation and just relaxing and detaching myself from the world. Maybe not having a phone like this for the next couple weeks will allow me to even shoot greater content, and I actually have something planned coming for you guys, so please stay tuned for that as well. Good morning. To start out my trip, I have a sinus infection, so I've had this. I'm just struggling with eating food that I like. I'm here at an all-inclusive resort, and I'm just picking around for what I could actually eat. So my mom made the recommendations that I should probably just get some of the seawater in my system. I got something yesterday which kind of helped, but last night was painful to sleep. So here this morning I'm at the beach, and I'm just gonna relax a little bit before the crowd gets here. It's probably like around 6 in the morning, but it's super peaceful. The water, just the sound of it is just super relaxing, and I'm gonna see if I could just enjoy the beach before the crowd get here. Just take a look at it. So this place was amazing. Today was a beautiful day. I had a little bit of highs, which I'll share with you a little bit later. But I started off my day by having breakfast as usual, and the food here was amazing. Then while I was preparing to do something, I can't even remember what I was doing, I got a text from my wife that the phone had resurfaced, that she got an alert that the phone was found, or Find My Alert had notified her that the phone had connected back to Wi-Fi. So right there and then I dropped what I was doing and decided to do a search, and I was walking around the beach for the phone for at least 2 hours. So I first looked at the beach area. That's kind of the first section that the phone was resurfaced, and then I went around, and then I headed to like the security section, which is kind of where they have like a lost and found area. So while I was there, they said that no, they didn't receive the phone. So I said, okay, let me go and check somewhere else. But that area kind of had the phone, but after speaking with the security person, I went back to, I think, public relations, and I said, hey, let me have a security follow me around just to see like the places that I go, if I could go there. It ended up that we walked around the area for quite some time, and the security was kind enough to help me, and the phone looked like it was in the garbage bin, the dumpster. So the previous day I was using the phone to take photos. The last place that I used the phone was when I was going to get some coconut at this coconut station, and I remember taking a photo while I was in the line, and I was actually going to post a pic, but I got the coconut, and when I sat down, took my daughter into the water, came back out, there was no phone. Well, that's the time that I realized that I didn't have a phone. So my assumption is that the phone fell into the coconut tree, and the guys may have thrown it into the dumpster. So I will have to wait until Saturday. That's the day that they said that the dumpster people will come back, but I'm gonna schedule with the public service departments to see if they're able to help me with that. So that took a couple hours of my day, and it was draining. At first I had high hopes that I would receive the phone again, but after 2 to 3 hours, I'll still see if I could get it back. But one thing that was also amazing about today was that I went and got a massage, and I'm telling you, If you're in the US, I don't really know the prices of massage. I don't really go to massage places that often. But my wife told me that the massage that we paid for here for the whole family was like two times the amount that you normally pay in the US. And at first we were a little bit sketchy because we were like, we could get a massage in the US. But after coming out of this massage, we were like, this is the best massage we've have ever gotten in our life. Like all of us, my mom, my wife, myself, like all of us enjoyed the massage, and we thought this was the greatest massage that we have ever gotten in our life. It was just so relaxing. I mean, they brought us into like different areas. So first they put me into a sauna, and then after that they took me out and put me into this cold room, and they had this bench that you could lay on, and it was like a heat stone bench, and then that was pretty good. So that kind of cooled me down, and then we did the massage, and I think that was like amazing. That, like, let me tell you, that massage was just turned up. Like after I think it was 90 minutes, I was like, I could just go back to sleep. It was just super relaxing. I always bring my swimming gear, and for this particular area there was not much to do when it came on to snorkeling, so I just swam around for a little relax. But I also went on the slide because they had like a slide, which is kind of where the kids section is at, but I kind of like to just enjoy myself, and the slides was amazing. And then along with that, I also did one of my favorite activities now, which is called Flow Rider. This took me a couple tries. So for the first day that I came, it was a struggle just to stand on this thing. It was just a struggle to be able to get on the board. But after like 2 to 3 tries on the first day, I came back on the second day, and I was like, I have to be able to stand on this for a long period of time. And just look at this clip to actually see how I did, and let me know in the comment section below how good I was on the flow ride. And this is just after probably like 6 tries. The kids that were at this area who were doing this every day, so they were killing it. Good morning, and sorry if I look a mess and I sound a mess. My sinus is going away, but this morning I got a phone call from the hotel, so I guess they're still trying to locate the phone. If you've been watching, you do know that I thought I left it in the water. Good morning, it's around 6 in the morning. I'm back at the spot where I lost my phone. Hopefully I'm able to find it when there's no one in the water and the sun has settled, and I could at least see a little bit clearer on the water. This is kind of the area right here where I lost my phone. But looking at the location now, the phone has moved from the hotel to a different location, which I actually have on the maps right here. And I just sent the photo to the representative that called me from the hotel, and they're actually trying to look in the dumpster. So let's see if they will find it today. If not, I'm assuming that someone stole that phone that works at the hotel. But let's see. I kind of have some high hopes for today if they're actually going to find the phone. But let's see. I'm quite surprised that the representative actually followed through to find my phone. So I'm having some high hopes right now. Okay, so you're saying that It's not at the dumpster.
No, it's not at the dumpster. That's definitely not at the dumpster. That's not at the dumpster. Where you're chucking it, that's like a house. So what you have to do is get the police in Ultra-Reyes or here in San Andreas will be the right one. And you check the phone and the police will come into that location to retrieve the phone.
Alright, so I'm about to head to the door. I just want to show you guys my fit. So the shirt's from, I think, Axel Arigato, and then the pants right here. Let's see if we can fit all in the frame. The pants are from representing, the shoes are from A6 Gel. And this is just how I'm going to go to the police station. It's like a 2-hour drive, so let's go. Yo, you done, you know. Hello. Can I come in? Yeah, sure. Afternoon. Good afternoon. At this moment, I began to explain to the officer at the front desk the situation at hand. And I feel like this is where I came to the realization that I may have driven 2 hours just to waste my time. The officer at the front desk kind of looked a little bit annoyed, and then when she called a different guy from a different department to assist, he looked annoyed as well. But after waiting for around 20 minutes, he got the backup that he needed and a sheet of paper that I then realized was the search warrant. The location of the address was another 20 minutes from the Sentence Bay police station. I was super excited. We were on our way to be able to retrieve my phone. Once we got there, we pulled off the main road to our little housing scheme. There was 2 houses, one on the left, one on the right, but it was quite hard to tell which house it was. But once the officers began to do their search or their investigation with the first house, which was on the left, this is where I came to the realization that, okay, I won't be getting back my phone. I started out by asking what work she did, who she lived with, did she have a boyfriend, which was all good questions until the officers began to give out the full details of the hotel and the type of phone that was lost. So my friend and I are talking and we're saying that they're going about it all wrong.
All wrong.
Because in Jamaica, they should have asked who works at Moon Palace. I mean,
within the vicinity.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who here works at Moon Palace?
Yeah.
Then they'll pick up exactly who is it that has the phone.
Yeah. Rather than like
no, they're at a house where the phone has been located by Google, which is sometimes inaccurate.
Even though they were completely wrong for doing this and not even tactful in getting a proper response from the young lady, she was able to point us to the house next door, telling us that the person living there worked at a hotel. The officers began calling for around 5 minutes until a guy came out of the house with a boxers and no t-shirt, and this is kind of where I believe that ignorance cost me big time in this situation. The officers asked the guy's name, and then listen to this. The officers began to give a stranger the full information of the location that the phone was taken from down to the date. And I want you guys to bear in mind that the GPS tracking had led us to this current location. The guy did work at a hotel, but not the one that we stayed at, and he was very defensive about allowing the officers to come in and conduct a search. But what even added to the officers' stupidity was that after giving the guy all this information, they allowed him to go back into the house and get dressed, which I believe gave him ample time to either stash the phone if he had it there, or any other incriminating evidence. He had ample time to get rid of it. After around 1 to 2 minutes of verbal tussling, the officers finally was given entry into the house and began their search. My heart sank as they combed through the house, coming up obviously empty-handed, no phone, just a waste of my time and energy. The drive back home was even more grueling. I replayed every moment from the day, talking to my friend just how stupid the officers were, and even just how the whole ordeal turned out. Needing a break from all of this, I stopped at my friend's house and we kind of just chit chat some business ideas that I had moving into 2025. Good morning. So after having a bad day, I decided, hey, let me just go on the other side of the island, which is to Portland. And this is probably one of my most favorite parishes, my most favorite place to be in Jamaica. Even though I don't live here, I still consider it to be like my second home. So I've been here for over a day now. Went to the beach yesterday, which is normally where I go to do snorkeling. The beach is free, which is called Winifred Beach. But yesterday while I was there, the waves were a little bit too rough, so even when I went out to do a little bit of snorkeling, the area was just not great how I usually go there and just see just the underwater sea life. But today I have different things planned. I'm going to Somerset Falls. I've always passed it while I'm entering to go to Portland, but I've never stopped there before. But today I've decided that, hey, let me just take the family out and we could go to Somerset Falls. So let's see how the day turns out. If it's not a whole day event, I'll probably just go on the rest of the day and maybe do something like just relax at the beach. But I could hear the birds chirping and just look at the view right here. Okay, it feels so weird recording and having folks looking at you. I have my camera on a tripod stand, just recording at the section of the beach. Hopefully you guys could hear me, but I'm like a couple feet away from the beach and the waves are pretty rough at this moment, but I want to record and hopefully the audio sounds great. This morning I did stop at Somerset Falls and the falls was amazing. The area itself wasn't that great at first. When we stepped in, we're like, okay, the place is dead. They weren't gonna open the pool. Well, they don't open the pool in the weeks, and just the other activities didn't seem quite as fun. But when we got the opportunity to go up on the falls, it was just super amazing. The current was very strong, and at first the lady told us that we weren't gonna be able to get into the falls itself, but shout out to the guy that allowed us to go in. It was amazing. Definitely would recommend this experience. A 10 out of 10. Probably one of the best falls that I've been to in Jamaica. Dunsmuir Falls is still a great fall, but this one is still an amazing falls on the other side of the island. Quite amazing. For the rest of the day, I'm gonna chill here at this beach. I'm actually waiting on another content creator. I'm gonna have the links on his YouTube channel. He does tech review. He actually lives in Portland, Jamaica, and he has amazing content. Just look out for the links in the description to his channel and go support his channel. Also support mine as well. But he does amazing content. I'm actually here waiting on him and we're just gonna chit chat and maybe he could show me some places around Portland and some activity that I could do tomorrow. Now, you guys know I lost my phone and this is what this whole video is really about. But because I like to do water activities, I don't have a phone, but I was lucky enough to have my Insta360 Go 3S, and for all the underwater shots that you see or any water shots that you actually see in this video, that was shot on the Insta360 Go 3S, an amazing camera. It's small, like, you know, like this microphone itself that I'm using to record is quite small, so I'm able to just hold it in my hand. And even going on the falls at Somerset Falls, I was able to just use this. You know, I left the pod itself way down the base, and because you could record on the device itself, it was just super easy to just get amazing content. I ended up at Blue Lagoon and I'm probably just gonna spend like an hour here. This is probably one of the bluest waters that I've ever come across in my whole life, and it's quite deep, but it's just relaxing just to dip in and just enjoy yourself. So I ended up here today as well. So I feel like this wraps it up for this video. I'm about to leave Portland. The only stop that I have next is I'm gonna look at this location that I potentially want to purchase, like some land here, you know, probably do some investments. But that's about it. If you guys catch it in this video, you know, I may show it, but if not, thank you guys for watching. Peace out, God bless, and just a happy new year for all of you guys that are watching and are subscribed. I pray that God may continue to bless you with all of your plans, your endeavors for this new year. And you know, I'll catch you next one, and make sure that you subscribe to this channel. There's a lot of content like this that will be dropping in the near coming future. Oh, and Jamaica tourist board, if you're watching, what are you guys waiting on? Links in the description for my email if you want to reach out to me. Let's cook up something together. He shoots great content, especially when it comes on to tech reviews, and you're on the island. If you're in Jamaica, please make sure you subscribe to his